Now, Aidan Foster-Carter is an honorary senior research fellow in sociology and modern career at Leeds University in the UK. He joins us via Skype from Exeter in the UK. Good to have you with us. So let's translate numbers into people. When we talk of sanctions causing economic contraction, who exactly is hurting? Are we talking about farmers, factory workers, government employees?
Yes, you're quite right. The burden of pain is very uneven. I suppose the first thing to say is that the missile program, the weapons of mass destruction, which is proceeding, even if President Trump thinks it isn't, the testing that we've seen, I mean, resources for that are fine. The elite in Pyongyang, as far as we can see, the capital, something of a showpiece city, becomes slightly more like other cities with more commerce in recent years. There's a very strange disconnect and a puzzle for us who analyse it. I mean, you can't see the hurting there. So the burden, as ever, is being borne in the countryside by ordinary people. Workers, miners particularly, the mining sector is suffering a lot, and farmers. Frankly, the regime doesn't care very much about them. We do know from international UN agencies and others how they are hurting. But the idea that sanctions will bring North Korea to the conference table, I think, is sadly untrue. If they are talking on and off, it's for other reasons. So a mixed picture, but definitely suffering, even as the state continues with its weapons program.
So when we talk about now the sharpest contraction in 21 years, are people going to go hungry? Will people die because of this?
People go hungry all the time in North Korea. You hardly see a fat person, with the one rather obvious exception. It is a lean society. The malnutrition is not like the actual devastating famine that hit in the mid-1990s after the Soviet Union collapsed and all the freebies they used to get disappeared. But leanness happens actually all the time. Can I just say, though, that these figures are estimates? I mean, I'm sure ballpark they're correct, but the North Koreans, one of the weird things about North Korea, the many weird things, they issue no statistics. I don't know if any other country in the world is like this, and they haven't issued any for half a century. So these numbers that we're basing all this on come from the South Koreans, who obviously have a bit of an axe to grind. They do their best with estimates, but they don't tell us their methodology. I'm not querying it because the trade, that one that we know is true because other countries' figures, the trade has fallen by a half, exports have fallen by 80%. That must be devastating to the GDP, but these are estimates. Point one, I mean, the decimal points are well, we hope they're true, but yeah, just to be clear on the source, yeah?
All right, but the broad picture is accurate in terms of an economy that's going down, but missile tests and that technology ongoing. Are sanctions working then in doing anything other than hurting the people?
No, this is the paradox. The data that we have on North Korea is diverse and fragmentary, and it seems to tell us different things. You'd also have to bring in, there's a UN panel of experts set up to monitor the sanctions. The sanctions did, of course, get much tighter in the last year or two, and that's why the trade has fallen, no doubt about that connection. But this UN report shows how ingenious North Korea is. They can manage to import the Rolls-Royce Phantom that Kim Jong-un has given us a glimpse of now and then, obviously a banned luxury product. They have their ways and means. They have long supply chains. Obviously, people don't sell directly to North Korea or they'd be in breach of sanctions. So the elite and the weapons program and the aims of the government go on. The ordinary people who, despite it being theoretically communist, haven't been asked about anything for a very long time, they very sadly bear the brunt.
All right, we'll leave it there. Thanks so much for your analysis.
Thank you.